Guys, I'm here in Brookhaven, and today I want to test ways to put the Titanic here. I want to try 3 ways. First, I want to put the Titanic using the normal game, but then I want to test copies of Brookhaven. And finally, I want to place the Titanic in the game using Roblox Studio. So, for that, I called a friend who will help me do this. He said in the chat, "Let's go! I really want to see the Titanic, so let's do this. But I'm going to do it differently because behind us, we have this secret car. I'm going to use it to go to the sea. My friend is also arriving here. But guys, I'll grab this car, and now I'm just waiting for my friend to arrive. And it looks like he's finally here. Guys, I'm going to start flying in the game." And he said in the chat, "How are you going to put the Titanic in the game?" So I'm going to test several ways to place the Titanic in the game. And this is the first one. I have to go to the sea first. And now that I'm at the sea, I'll need to get a boat. And my friend fell here, and he's totally bugged out. But guys, the car fell into the sea, so that's the end of the car. But guys, I'll have to go here. And on the right, we have several interesting boats. But I'll have to get this specific one because if you didn't know, if I grab a boat, I can grab another one and put it here, and the boat starts getting huge. I'll try doing that to see if it looks like the Titanic. He said in the chat, maybe it'll work or maybe not. I don't know. Guys, I think it will. I placed several boats here, and you can see it's starting to get interesting. Now I'll put a boat here. But guys, it's my friend's turn to do this because I can't place more boats since the limit of boats I can place is 3, and I've already placed 3 boats. So guys, he got this boat, and you can see it even worked. Now he's going up ahead to get the next boat, and he grabbed this one, and it's starting to get interesting. Now he's coming back here to grab a boat here as well. Guys, it ended up looking like this, but I don't think it looks like the Titanic. I said in the chat, this doesn't look like the Titanic. I'm even going to delete the cars because it didn't look anything like it. He said in the chat, wait, I have an idea. Get the pirate ship. Okay, on the right, we have this ship, which is a pirate ship, but I think he wants me to modify it to make it look like the Titanic. Guys, he got here, but I don't know how I'm going to do that, especially since this ship doesn't look like the Titanic. So I'm going here to drive it. And guys, it works very well. I can speed up here, but to make it look like the Titanic, I'll first have to close the windows because everything is open. So I'll have to find a way to close that. On the right, I'm going to grab the secret items, specifically these ones. Now, guys, I'll place this sign right here, but it didn't turn out very well. I don't think this looks good. It really doesn't look like the Titanic. He said in the chat, this doesn't look like the Titanic, does it? So he's right, guys. It really doesn't look like the Titanic, but he also pressed a secret button that launches this thing here. Guys, this is pretty interesting. It's something the Titanic definitely doesn't do. But guys, I'm thinking about how I'm going to put the Titanic in Brookhaven using the official game. He said in the chat, maybe we won't be able to do it. So I'm starting to think it's really not possible. So guys, I'm going to try the next way to put the Titanic in the game. I said in the chat, follow me. But guys, I found this secret game called Brookhaven Titanic. I want to see if it's true. But guys, I noticed I'm inside a totally secret box. I don't know if I'll be able to get out of here. But guys, I'm going to test this game, and later I'll use Roblox Studio to put the Titanic in the game. He said in the chat, how are we going to get out of this box? Well, I don't know. But guys, this box doesn't have any doors to exit. But I noticed that behind us, there's a giant city. So I'm going to try to do a glitch to get out of here. I'm going to use this secret animation and manage to get out. I said in the chat, try doing this glitch too. Guys, I hope he can do it. He said in the chat, I can't. I don't have that animation. Guys, I'm noticing here, and it looks like he can't get out because he doesn't have the secret animation that lets you go through walls. But guys, I'm looking around the game, and I don't see any Titanic. In fact, there's no Titanic in this game. So I'm starting to think it's a fake game. I'm heading forward, and you can tell it's just a normal city. There's nothing special here. So guys, this game is simply fake. I even crashed the car, and now my car is completely broken. Guys, this is the end of my car. But guys, this game is fake, so I'll have to use Roblox Studio to get and place the Titanic here. So guys, I went back to Brookhaven, and my friend also arrived here. But I want to figure out where I should place the Titanic in the game because there are several interesting spots. I could leave it in the middle of the sea, and I'm sure that would be really cool. He said in the chat, maybe you should modify the map and add new constructions. That's true. If I add new things to the map, like a base to receive the Titanic, I'm sure it'll look very realistic. So I'll do exactly that. There's this item that's very small. Now there's this other one that's really big, and maybe it will work for the Titanic. But I think this one is too big, so I removed it. So guys, I'll have to remove this. Basically delete everything. I'll also delete this sign, and now the pier looks exactly like this. So I'll have to get a new pier for the Titanic, but it has to be a giant pier. We have this one, which will definitely be very important. And there's also this other one, which will definitely look really nice. So guys, I'll place this one more or less at the front, and I'll have to rotate it. And now I'll have to move it to align it, more or less like this. Now guys, this is looking really beautiful. It looks like a real boat dock, but I'll have to move these trees away. I'll place them more or less like this. Perfect. Now it looks better, and it's not in the way too much. In fact, it's better than before. But guys, this boat dock is very small, and there's not much to it. So I'll add something to it. I'll move this object, and I'll have to remove it from here because it looks a bit strange. I'll place it exactly here, and now it looks much better since it's on the sand. But guys, I grabbed this house, and I'll place it here. Perfect. It looks very nice and actually turned out pretty cool, especially since there's a boat here, and it's going to sail out into the water. But now we're missing the most important thing of all, which is the Titanic. I haven't placed it yet, but guys, it still looks too empty here. I need to add more things. Guys, I'll grab this house and place more in the game. Perfect. I added 4 houses, and the game is looking pretty cool now. He said in the chat, wait, where's the Titanic? So I'll place it. But first, I need to make the city look better because it's not looking great the way it is. So guys, this one here is blue. I'll try to modify the others. I'll make this one red, and it'll look pretty cool. Perfect. I made it exactly like this, and the result is really nice. Now we have a blue house and a red house, but there are 2 others I'll need to modify. I want to decide what color to use for them. I said here in the chat, choose the colors of the houses. I want to see what colors he will choose. But guys, it looks like he got a car. I just didn't understand why, but he made the car yellow. I think that's basically the color he wants me to use for the house. So I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to make the house yellow, which will be exactly this one. And then there's the other one, where I'll have to choose its color. So guys, I'm going to start modifying this here. I made this house exactly like this, and it turned out pretty cool. But now there's still this other part, which is still blue. I'll have to select everything and make it yellow here. Perfect. I made it exactly like this, and it turned out pretty cool. But now there's this other one left. I want to see what color he will choose. But guys, he chose purple, which is basically the color of my character. My character is purple, and he chose the purple car here. So I'm going to make the house purple here. Perfect. The house is exactly like this. But now there's this other part left, where I'll have to select everything. Perfect. I made it exactly like this, and you can see that my game is starting to look nicer. It has lots of interesting things. The houses are very interesting too. And now the Titanic is almost ready to come here, but I think it's still very empty, basically missing this road to get here and connect to this port. So I'm going to have to modify this here. First, I'm going to make the houses lower so they don't float in the air. And now I'll have to extend the road here and make it even bigger, just like this. Now it looks much nicer than before. It really looks like a real road, ready to connect to the Titanic. Now I'll also place this fence, and I'll have to extend it here. I'll position it exactly here because this area needs security. Perfect. It turned out just like this. Guys, it's looking pretty cool. He said in the chat, why so much security? It's not a military base. And what he said is true. This isn't a military base, but it's a base that will have the Titanic, so maybe it's important to have a lot of security, especially since it's a very important ship. I said in the chat, tell me what else I should add to my game. Guys, I want to see what ideas he has. But he sent a message saying, a ball. He also mentioned a boat and a tornado. Guys, I forgot exactly how he said it, but I understood everything he meant. So I'll start making the modifications here. First, I'll add this thing across the entire base. Perfect. I finished this, and you can see it turned out just like this. Guys, it's looking pretty cool, but there was one thing that didn't work. I don't know why, but it disappeared. So I'll have to place it again. But if someone tries to invade this secret base, they won't be able to. They'll simply lose. Perfect. I put that item back, and now I'll add some boats here. This will be the first one. You can see it's a very beautiful yacht, and it looks a lot like the yacht from Brookhaven because on the right here, we have this boat that really looks similar, almost the same thing. Now I'll take this other boat and place it exactly here. He said in the chat, that's my boat. Okay, then it will be your boat. But I need to choose a boat for myself. But guys, I had an idea. Since he chose a boat, my boat will be the Titanic. He said in the chat, wait, that's not fair. Look, okay then, I won't take the Titanic for myself. The Titanic will belong to everyone. But guys, there's this other boat, and I'm going to leave it right here as if it's an abandoned boat. And that actually turned out pretty cool. It really looks like an abandoned, mysterious boat. But guys, I got the Titanic, and you can see it's simply huge. It's even taking a while to load here. This is the biggest boat in all of Brookhaven. He said in the chat, wow, it's better than I thought. It's really awesome. This is the best boat of all. But guys, I'll have to place it in the water right here. I just don't know how we're going to get on it because it's impossible to climb up. It doesn't have any stairs. And you can see that this Titanic is very similar to the real one. It's really realistic, but it has no stairs to climb. So guys, I'm going to have to make the stairs myself. You can see a lot of smoke coming out. It's really the real Titanic. But guys, the stairs will have to be very big because it's not just a normal staircase that can get people up here. He said in the chat, wait, maybe this one. But guys, he grabbed this ladder. But this ladder doesn't work to climb. The Titanic is much taller than that. I said in the chat, it's impossible. I'm serious. This is really impossible. And it looks like he doesn't know what he's going to do. He said in the chat, wait, follow me. Guys, he's coming here behind me. I just don't understand what he wants to do. It looks like he wants to drive my car. And I also came here to see what he's doing. But guys, he's coming in front and just jumped right here. I don't think this is going to work very well, especially because the Titanic is really much bigger than he thinks. I said in the chat, this won't work. I'm sure it won't. Guys, I'm placing the stairs, but the stairs will have to be huge, just really big. And even though they're huge, they still didn't reach the Titanic. He said in the chat, wait, what if you place an elevator? Guys, that actually makes sense. An elevator will be much better than a giant staircase. So I'm going to remove both of these and place this elevator, which I'm sure will be better. Perfect. Guys, I placed the elevator, and when I get here, you can see it's working really well. I'll have to go up here and then press a button, which is exactly this one. The problem is, it's not working. Actually, it is working. You can see I'm going up really slowly, but I'm going up. I'll get exactly exactly here, and after reaching this part, I'll be able to go down here. Guys, it's really slow, but the good thing is that it works. I'm finally arriving at the Titanic. Guys, now I'm coming here. The elevator stopped at this point, and if I press this button again, I think it's going to go down. Perfect. It's going down here to pick up the next people who want to come here. But guys, now I have access to the Titanic. Everything that's on the Titanic, I can see it now. We have here very beautiful rooms, really very similar to the ones in real life. You can see that here we have a secret thing. These are basically boats that maybe work. I'm coming up front to see if they really work or not, but it looks like it doesn't work. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. But guys, I'm seeing the whole ship, and you can see we have here the giant engine. It really has a lot of interesting stuff. It has this part, but I don't know how to drive it. But it looks like it's right here. This is where you drive the Titanic, and here we have a lot of cool stuff. The engines are here. But now guys, I want my friend to come here to test the game. I said in the chat, follow me. Now guys, I'm in my game, and you can see there's a lot of different stuff. We have here this car, and I'm waiting for a friend to come here. He said in the chat, I can't get in the car, and he can't. Guys, it looks like he can only drive it. I'm trying to get in here, but I can't either. And guys, this is weird. It's something that shouldn't happen, but I have this secret item, so I can pick it up here and copy this car, and now there are two of them. Guys, it really worked. Now I'm coming here to the Titanic because I wanted to see how it turned out. Guys, you can see that the Titanic is huge. It's really very big. But guys, I got out of the car because I want to come here the normal way. It looks like he's coming this way too. But guys, I'm going to have to come up here in front, and it looks like he's coming here too. Guys, I'm going to have to go up exactly here in this elevator. I'm just waiting for him to get here too to activate the up button. Perfect. I pressed it, and now we're just going up. He said in the chat, wow, this is really cool. Really, this is just really cool. And now I'm going up here the right way, the way you're supposed to go up, because before I wanted to place the ladder, but I changed my mind and put the elevator. And guys, now he's coming here to see how the Titanic is. But I want more people to come here. Guys, more people are arriving here to see the Titanic. Even Santa Claus has arrived, and he's coming here in front, and we also have Sonic here. But guys, he's coming here in the elevator, but the elevator isn't here, so he's going to have to press this button to make the elevator come down here. Now the elevator is coming down here the normal way, but they're going up here like it's a ladder. And now, guys, we're finally going up here, and this is actually pretty cool. It really looks like a real ship that's working here in Brookhaven. Now guys, there are a lot of people coming here to the Titanic, so I'm going to have to get exactly to this point, and everyone will have to get in the elevator to go up. Okay, the elevator is going up, and some people are falling. But guys, look at all the people here. Now, I'm going up here. I don't know how, but there are already people here. But guys, the players have finally arrived here. But I'm going to press this button. They're going to go down again. Guys, they're going down here, and this Titanic is really cool. And now I'm just huge, but I don't understand why there's another elevator here in the middle of nowhere. Here in Brookhaven, we have several cars, and the cars can be modified. I can change various settings on them, making them taller or even lower. This is the lowest suspension I can set on the car, but actually, it's not. There's a way to improve this and make the car much lower than that. And today, I'm going to test several ways to make the car super lowered to see if it works or not. So, to try the first method, I'm coming here to pick up my friend, who apparently is selling ice cream. Guys, I want to buy an ice cream. I said here in the chat, I want an ice cream, but he said in the chat that he's selling the best ice cream ever. Okay, I can see he's selling chocolate and several other flavors that are actually quite interesting. I said here, I want the best of all time. And guys, it seems like he's choosing the best one, but he just closed the shop. Guys, I don't understand why he closed it. I said here in the chat, please sell me an ice cream. Guys, I just want an ice cream, but it seems like he left. He said in the chat, let's test the myths first because that's more important. That's true. Guys, let's test the myths here because I want to see if they work. So guys, to do the first one, which is very special, I'll have to use a secret Brookhaven avatar that will basically change the car's suspension. By accident, I ended up here, and now my car is stuck. I can't get out of here, no matter how much I try. He said in the chat, it's not the end. Well, maybe not. I'm trying to get out of here, and guys, I think I finally did it. I'm getting out of the water, and it actually worked. Now, guys, I'm going to have to modify my avatar and create a totally secret avatar that I'm sure you've never seen before. The avatar I have to use is exactly this one, where I use these specific items. And now, if I resize my avatar, you can see that I'm huge, really, really big. And guys, my friend is also creating his avatar, and this is how he looks now. Now, guys, if we get into the car, you can see that it will look lowered. First, I'm going to raise the suspension, setting it to the maximum. But guys, if I get inside, you can see the car changes a bit. Now, if my friend comes in, the car gets even more lowered. You can see that it really looks different. He said in the chat that he's going to invite more people to join. Okay guys, it looks like more people are joining the game with these giant avatars. It seems like there are 2 players coming over here, and they're really huge. Now, guys, I want to see how my car will look. He got inside, and if I come over here, you can see that my car is really, really lowered, and and the suspension looks super weird. He said in the chat to grab another car. But guys, before that, I want to test this one. You can see it's moving in such a strange way. This is really interesting and weird at the same time. But now I'm going to grab another car on the right, one that can fit 4 people inside. This time, I got exactly this one, where 4 people can get in. My friend is going to sit right here. The other player will sit in the back, and I'll stay in the front. You can see that the car looks really strange. I'm heading over to pick up the other player because we forgot about him, and the car just flipped over. Guys, I'm going back to pick him up, but the car flipped again. It's really hard to drive this car, but the player is coming over here now. I want to see what happens as soon as he gets in. Okay, it looks like he got in, and now the car is really lowered. You can see there's a huge difference because now the car is super heavy. But now, guys, I'm going to make my car even lower. I said in the chat, guys, please get out of the car. I need everyone to get out because I'm going to make some modifications. First, I need to make this car super lowered, so I'll click this button up here, and now the car is extremely low. Now I'm going back to pick them up, and you can see that the car is completely lowered. It's really low. And here we have mine, which is the most lowered car of all in Brookhaven. Look at how he looks. Seriously, this is very different, but I'm sure there must be a way to improve this. I asked in the chat, do you have more friends with this avatar? Because guys, if more people have this avatar, we can do a really cool bug. He said in the chat, sure, I'll call them, and please get another car. Okay guys, this time I'm going to get another car. I'm looking here on the right, deciding which one to get, but this time I'm going to choose a special one because we have exactly this one, which is a very beautiful car. I want to see how it looks if we have several people inside it. So I'm going to the props on the right, then this chair, and I'll place it here in the back so people can get inside. Perfect! I placed the chairs. You can see it looks just like this. Now guys, I picked up all of them, and you can see the car is really lowered, but I'm sure there must be a way to improve this. First, I'm going to change the car's suspension, making it very lowered, and now I'm going to get more people to join the game. Guys, you can see there are 3 people in the back, but the car only has 2 seats. So one person can sit here, and the other one can sit here too. But now there's a missing chair, which is for this player. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a chair, so I'm checking where I'm going to place him. Okay, I'll remove this chair and put 2 here. Perfect! I'm sure this is going to work. Now guys, they arrived, and the car is just extremely lowered. He said in the chat, oh my god, this is so cool! Really, you can see the car is very lowered because of the player sitting in the back. It's so low that the tire is going beyond the car's limits. But guys, I'm going to put chairs in the front too. I said in the chat, guys, sit here because there are these new chairs where people can sit. Okay, it looks like 2 players came here. Now guys, maybe the car will get better. You can see that now it's lowered in the front and also in the back. This really looks very different. Now I'm going to click the suspension button to make the car higher, and you can see it looks just like this, really weird. My other friend said in the chat, this is so weird. I really agree. This is very weird. But now guys, I'm coming to the front because I want to do a very important test. I'm going back here because I want to jump over Brookhaven's ramp to see if it will work. So to do that, I'm going back here, and now I'm accelerating full speed ahead to see if I can make it. Okay, I reached this part, and it didn't work. Now I'm going to raise the suspension to see if there's any difference. Okay, now I'm coming up front. You can see the car isn't very fast, and now I jumped up here, but it didn't work very well. Now guys, I'm going to get a different car. This time I'm going to pick this one because it's definitely very different. And just a reminder, today I'm going to test several other ways to lower cars in Brookhaven. Okay guys, everyone is here, but there's one player missing. He's lying on the ground over here. I don't know how that happened, but I'm carrying him, and now I'm going to drop him off. I'm going to place a chair right here, and now he can get on top like this. Now you can see that the car is very lowered in a very weird way. Guys, I'm going to change the car's suspension, and you can see that I can't really change much. Now that there are so many people inside, there isn't much I can do with the suspension. Even if I try, I click here, and nothing much happens. But now, the car is really lowered. This looks so weird, but guys, it's not completely lowered because only the back of the car is lowered. The front is very high, so I'm going to place some chairs up front so the players can come here. Okay guys, one player got here in the front, and now my other friend came too, and the car is finally lowered. You can see that this looks really weird. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in Brookhaven. Now I got this limousine because it fits a lot of people inside, and I'm sure this will be very different. You can see there are several people in here, really a lot of people, and if I start accelerating the car, you can see it gets super weird. It starts glitching. Now the suspension is high, and you can see the car starts shaking in a very strange way, almost like it's dancing. Now I'm going to lower it, and you can see it looks a bit more normal. It's not bouncing, but it's still very weird, and I can't accelerate either. But now I'm heading up front because I want to get a boat and see if boats have any differences. So to do that, I'm going as fast as I can up front. Perfect! I just got here, and now I'm going to grab a boat from the right, which will be this one. The only problem is that I can't get inside, no matter how much I try. So I'll place a ladder here, and now I can finally climb up. Guys, you can see that they're coming here, right into the boat. Now you can see there are so many people inside. The boat is full, but nothing changed. The boat is moving normally, like nothing is happening. So I'm going to delete this boat and grab this other one because it's much smaller. I'm sure the difference will be huge, especially since they're all coming inside. Now I'm going to press this back button, and by pressing it, this thing shows up, and now more people can come here. here. The only problem is that there isn't enough space for everyone, and one player won't be able to join this one. So I'm going to click this button again, and now there's space for everyone. Now I'm heading up front, and you can see everything looks normal. I thought this might glitch the boat, but no, it's fine. He even said in the chat, it's normal. True, it didn't glitch at all. I thought I might go flying or something, but no. Now I'm skipping this part, and really, nothing changed. Now guys, we're in a bus that's completely full of people, and you can see that even the bus looks weird. I'm climbing this mountain to see if the bus can make it, but you can see I'm not able to. And in fact, I just fell. This is the bus's maximum suspension, and this is its lowest suspension. Really strange. But guys, for those who don't know, there's another way to do this to get lowered cars in Brookhaven without needing a lot of people. So I'm going to delete this vehicle, and to do the next glitch, I can do it alone. First, I'm going to reset my avatar to normal. Now I'm small, and you can see that my friend is back to normal too. He said in the chat, why am I walking like this? Guys, you can see he's walking in a very weird way. I don't know what happened either, and it seems like he just left the game and rejoined. But guys, now I took this car because I really want to test this glitch, and you can see he's still walking in a weird way. He didn't go back to normal. But guys, to do this glitch, I'm going to have to go to the airport, and I'm going to leave my car right here, a little behind, because I'm going to do the best glitch of all, one that I'm sure you didn't know about. Now I have to go to the airport. He said in the chat, do you need help? Well, not this time. I'm going to the airport, and now I have to choose this house. Then I'll click this button, and after that, I'll teleport right here, and I'm doing it now. Now I'm going to get in the car, and the car is just super lowered. And the best part is that I was able to do this alone. I didn't need help from other players. And also, the car gained super speed because of this. But guys, there's an even better glitch that you can do in Roblox. But to do this, I'm going to need my friend to fly. I said in the chat, go ahead and do the same glitch. Guys, it's really simple. He's going to have to go to the airport and do the same thing I did. But the difference is that instead of getting in my car, he's actually going to get in right here. Guys, you can see that he's coming inside to do this glitch. He got it exactly here. Now, guys, he's being carried, and he got the parachute. Now I'm going to my car, and I need to climb up the mountain. So, I dropped him off here in the back, and now I'm going to go up right here. Perfect! I just reached the top of the mountain. I need to go exactly to this spot, and now carry him again. And guys, for those of you who don't know, if I fall from here, look at what's going to happen. I'm going to fall, literally flying, in a very weird way. And this is the best glitch in Brookhaven, which I'm sure you've never seen before. But this time, I'm going to grab a truck because I want to see if the truck can also start flying. Guys, there are people coming here to do the glitch too, because the more people there are, the further I can fly. Now it seems like they're coming up front. Finally, one of them got here and grabbed the parachute. Now he grabbed this item, and the other player also came here and is holding this item. Guys, now I'm going to climb up the mountain to see if I'll really start flying or not. Guys, now I'm coming up the mountain. I want to see if this is really going to work. I'm arriving exactly here. The problem is that the truck can't come here, so I had to remove this part, and now I'm carrying them, and I'll try to fall off the mountain, but the problem is that it's very hard to fall from here. Finally, it worked, and you can see that I'm flying in a very weird way. I'm coming up the mountain with this other car, and I'm going to go down exactly like this. Now you can see that I'm flying, really flying a lot, with this new glitch I discovered in the game, and this is definitely the best glitch of all. I'm coming up here with this car, and I want to see what happens once I leave this spot. You can see there are more people arriving here. One of them even fell here. Guys, I'm going to fall here, and you can see that this car is very heavy. So heavy that this time, I won't fly too much. Actually, I flew less than before. I'm coming up front, and I'm going to jump exactly here, but it didn't work very well. Now I grab this plane, I'm going to fly exactly here, and now I'm going to get out of the plane, and you can see that I'm flying. Guys, I'm really flying a lot, but the coolest part is that if I throw the players, they keep flying here infinitely. For those who don't know, this is Brookhaven, a very big game where you can get a lot of houses, and there are many cool things to do. But today I want to make Brookhaven 2, literally an upgraded version of Brookhaven. And to do that, I called a friend who's towing my car, but I don't understand why he's doing this. He said in the chat that it's better to tow the car because maybe you'll crash. And actually, that's true. I'll probably crash this car, but I don't think it's necessary. I said in the chat, don't you trust me with this car? And he said there, no! Guys, it looks like my car is just being towed, but I'm here inside it. It seems like I'm driving the car, but actually, no, the car is being towed, and I fell out of it. He wants me to come back, but I won't. I'm leaving here. I'll skip this part. Perfect. I managed to escape, but I flipped my car. He's coming back here, and now I'm starting to think he was right. I really would have crashed this car, and that's what happened. The car is literally flipped. He said in the chat, I told you. Not only that, but he really did say that. He said in the chat, first, I'll build new constructions here. And guys, it looks like he wants me to change and put other things here. Okay, I'll start here, modifying my Brookhaven, and put a lot of new things here. I'm thinking about what to place in this part because there's a lot you can put. Guys, I'm going to place exactly this item and leave it right here, like this part is being built. Perfect! It looks exactly like this. And guys, it's actually kind of interesting. I'm going to move a little to the side, and here below, I need some warnings for safety. Perfect! I placed exactly this one. I'll place it on this side too, to warn everyone passing by that there's construction in this area. Done! Now it looks really nice. And here, guys, there's going to be something being built here, because in the original Brookhaven, there's nothing special here, but in my version of Brookhaven, it's going to have exactly this. You can see that something is is being built here, and it's really looking very nice. But this one I'm going to rotate, and you can see that my version of Brookhaven is starting to look really nice. It's like the game is being built, and many things here are changing. It's like a renovation. There are these warnings, so people know they shouldn't come here. I can also go up here to the top floor. Perfect! I made it here. The only problem is that I can't rotate this, meaning this huge thing is a bit useless because it doesn't move. He said in the chat, put more, please. Okay, he wants me to put more, so I'm going to place a lot more things here in the game I'm making. Perfect! I placed exactly this item, which is for people to go up here to this construction. Guys, this is my version of Brookhaven. It's actually looking nice. I won't lie. There's this car here in front that maybe I can drive. I'll try to drive it, and unfortunately, I can't. Actually, I can, but you can see it doesn't turn. It just goes forward. Here we have this part where you can go up here to the top floor, and there are also several building materials that are right here. But now I'm unsure about what else I should put. I said in the chat, what else should I add? He said in the chat, I don't know. You choose this time. And it seems like I'll have to choose what to put. But I'm looking at the Brookhaven map, and there's a lot that can be changed. But I think I'll change the water in Brookhaven and make it more realistic. Because for those who don't know, the water in Brookhaven is really beautiful. You can come here and even swim, but I want to make it look prettier. And I already know exactly what I'll do to make it more beautiful. He said in the chat, you can't change the water. Actually, I can. But to start this, I first have to put water in the game because my game doesn't have water. Perfect. I placed this water, which looks very nice. And also this other one. But now I'll have to change this water and make it look exactly like this. You can see that there's been a big difference. And now this water is much more beautiful. For those who don't know, this is the water in the game, just regular water. And this is the water in my game, which is much more beautiful than before. But I'm sure there must be a way to improve this and make it even prettier. The normal Brookhaven lake is exactly like this, but my Brookhaven looks like this. It really changed a lot, but I'll try to improve this and make it even better. First, I'll take this and change the lights in the game. I put this one, which is more realistic. There's just one problem. Brookhaven looks really weird with these lights. It really looks strange, so I'll try to improve this. But I couldn't. Some places look nice, and others look hideous, so I'll have to go back to normal, which is exactly this. He said in the chat, it didn't work, and what else are you going to add to your game? There's a lot I want to add, but I want to start here with the new cars in the game. Because guys, Brookhaven has several interesting cars, but I want my game to have different cars, really different ones. Perfect! I placed exactly this one. I also got these three. I'll place this one right here. This other one will stay in this part, and the last car I'll leave here. But guys, coming here to drive them, you can see that they're really fast. They have a lot of speed, and for sure they're going to be very good for this version of Brookhaven that I'm making. I'm going to test this other car to see if it's also good. Guys, getting in it, you can see that it's also very fast, but I want to test the police car here. I'm getting in to drive it, and you can see that this is the fastest of all. It really has a lot of speed. It's a very good car. I got these three cars too. I'll leave one right here, the other I'll place here, and the last one I'll leave at this house, and it looks perfect. And guys, for those who don't know, coming here, I can drive this car, and it's perfect. It's a car that can even go up mountains. I can go wherever I want. Guys, I placed this other car. I'll leave the next one right here. But guys, for those who don't know, here in Brookhaven, if I come to the front and grab exactly this van, it's exactly like this, just a regular van, but I'm going to redo this van and put a new Brookhaven van in my game. He said in the chat, seriously? Is there another van? Yes, there is, and it's exactly this one. You can see that this one is much more beautiful and also much more realistic and even faster. But guys, I'm coming here because I want to test all the cars I placed. So to do that, I'm coming here to the front, to the campsite. I want to see if I can go through the water. Well, I really can. I thought maybe the car wouldn't pass, but it did. And now I'm getting here to test this car. You can see that it's very beautiful, and driving it really works, and it's even fast. I can also come here to the front. Unfortunately, I can't go up, but it can even go up this mountain in the game, which is a very hard mountain to climb. But this car made it. Perfect. I got here, and now I fell. But guys, I'm looking at Brookhaven. What else should I add to the game? Because there's a lot that can be changed, but I already know exactly what I'm going to do. He asked in the chat, are you going to add trains? Yes, exactly. In my Brookhaven, there will be trains that you can ride around the city. Perfect. I placed exactly this one, and you can see that in the game there's a giant train track that goes through the whole game. It even comes to this part. Actually, I changed the train track. Now it ends right here, which I think looks much better. I just placed this item, and coming here to test this train, you can see that it really works very well. I can come here to the front, and it will even make the turn. You can see it turning here, and the train is working very well. I can also come here and open exactly these doors, and it really works. I can also speed up a lot, and now I'm coming here to the front, and it didn't go too well. Actually, there was an accident. I don't know where the train is going. It's accelerating too much. I just broke the train. Oh my god! It's coming there in the front. I don't know what's going to happen. And it broke! Guys, the train is really broken. I think it didn't go too well. He's laughing in the chat and said, you should have put this one. Guys, I didn't understand what he said, but he got here in front. I think he's talking about this pole, because this pole, for those who don't know, in Brookhaven, is very simple. It's really very simple, but I can change this and make it much more beautiful, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to delete these and place exactly this one. Now I'm going to have to place them on the ground, and I'll have to leave them exactly in the middle. Now, guys, I'm sure this looks much better, and it's working perfectly. You can see that the signal is really working. This one is green, while this one is red. And there are even cameras here so that if you pass the red light, you'll get fined. And guys, there's a sign right here, and also a button that you can press here. I don't know if it changes anything, but I'll keep pressing it just to see if something happens. And it seems like the signal turned red. So this time, I'm going to press this other button. I'm pressing it here, and now this signal turned red, meaning these buttons really work. And if I press them, basically the signal turns red. Guys, this is very interesting. But there's another thing I want to add. For those who don't know, in this game I'm in now, I can't run, but in Brookhaven, I can run a lot. So I want to add an option to run in my game. He said in the chat, also add new things. I don't know what, you decide. It seems like he wants me to add new things, but he doesn't know what. Guys, I'll think about what I'm going to add. Perfect. Guys, now I can simply run, which is perfect, and I can run a lot, wherever I want. I can also grab my car here and come to the water. But guys, there's another thing I want to add to the game, which is a new sky, because in the original Brookhaven, the sky is exactly like this, but I want to make it more beautiful by adding something more realistic. So I'm going to add exactly this, and I'm not sure if it looks very good. He said in the chat, it's ugly. Okay, I'll see if there's a better sky to add. Guys, there's this other one, which is also very beautiful, and also this one, which is really nice. You can see that a lot has changed here in Brookhaven. It really looks much better, but I want to change this part because I think this signal is too low, and if a truck passes here, maybe it will hit this part, so I'm going to move it higher. Right here, I think maybe at this height, it will be interesting and look quite like the Brookhaven signal height. Now, guys, this looks much better than before. The cameras are still here, but there's one thing I really want to add. For those who don't know, here in front, we have the horse stable. I'll have to grab the police car to get here in the front. You can see that it's exactly like this, but it's very simple, and I already know what I'm going to do. In the older version of Brookhaven, a lot of things were different. The beginning of the game was exactly like this, and also coming here to the front, there wasn't the horse stable, because actually it was right here, and there are things in it that are not in the current Brookhaven, like this building, and also this thing. These things were removed, and they are no longer here in the horse stable. So I'm going to grab this and add it back to the game. Perfect! I'm going to place this exactly here, and now it looks much better than before. It really changed a lot, and this building is very beautiful, but there's a bug, so I'm going to have to remove this, and done! Now it looks much better. We have this Brookhaven restaurant, which I'm going to copy, and I'll place it about here. Perfect! Now this looks much better than before. It really looks very beautiful. This restaurant, for those who don't know, used to be in Brookhaven, but it was removed, and they placed them all here. He said in the chat, I already knew that, but now, make the game more realistic, please. Okay, he wants me to make the game more realistic, and I already know exactly what I'm going to do. Guys, I can leave the game exactly like this. It really looks very beautiful, or maybe like this. It also looks very beautiful, but I don't know which one I'm going to choose. He said in the chat that the first one is very good. Okay, so he wants the first one, which is exactly this. Guys, I'm going to leave it like this because it looks very beautiful, and it really improved the game a lot. Guys, the waterfall in Brookhaven is exactly like this, but I want to change this and place exactly this one, so I'm going to place this waterfall right here. I'm sure now it's much more beautiful than before. I'll just shrink this part, and now it really looks very beautiful. Guys, you can see that this really looks very beautiful, much better than before. Guys, I'm here in my game. He arrived here and said, wow, really, this game is just so beautiful, and there's so much to do here. But I'm going back here because I want to grab the van I placed to test if it's excellent, and you can see that it works very well, but unfortunately he can't come here. It's impossible. But guys, I'm going to grab this car because it fits more people, because, guys, I want more people to come here in the game to test the game with me. Guys, there are 2 players coming here in my car. Now guys, I'm going here to the front because I want to test the train to see if it really works. So I'm going up here. Now I'm going to go down exactly at this part, and I'm going to drive the train here. Okay, I'm getting in here, and guys, there are many people here. But now I'm going to the front. I'm starting to drive the train here, but I'm arriving at the restaurant, and it's the first place we're going to visit. I'm going to stop right here. Now guys, we're getting out here to see the restaurant. You can see that it's very beautiful. But now, guys, I'm already going back to the train. Alright, now I'm going to the front, but I realize that the train is bugged. Guys, I'm getting to the front, but the train bugged again. You can see that it's very bugged. I can't move forward here anymore because the train broke. But now, the train came back here to the front, and again, it broke. I don't know how this happened, but the train is very bugged. It's going back here, and it's very weird. Guys, it looks like Brookhaven has finally updated, and you can see on the right that a lot of new things were added. We have here the new restaurant that was placed in Brookhaven, and for those of you who don't know, this restaurant used to be in Brookhaven, but it was removed, and now it has been added again. And also, the map is completely Christmas themed. I want to see how it turned out, so to do that, I called my friend who will help me with this. He said in the chat, wow, a lot has changed. True, a lot really has changed. I'm looking at the vehicles in the game to see if there are any new ones, but apparently there aren't. All the cars here were already here before, but now I took this car. I want to see everything that changed in the update. First, the entrance, it's exactly like this. The ground is red, and there's also a huge Christmas tree. By the way, inside there's a fountain, meaning it hasn't been removed. Actually, it's still there inside the tree. But guys, the police station looks much nicer because it's Christmas themed with gifts and also very nice decorations. Up here it's normal, but we have this light that looks very nice. And we also have Santa's sleigh here, which I want to try to see how it works. So guys, I'm getting here, but he said in the chat, where's your Christmas avatar? Guys, true, I forgot. I'm going to make a Christmas avatar here, and it turned out exactly like this. But guys, now I'm coming here to drive this car. Guys, my friend, he also arrived here, and you can see that he can come to the front, but he can also come to the back. Now guys, I can fly, and it really works perfectly. It flies at a maximum speed of 80. It's like a helicopter, but a little modified. Guys, but you can see that the entire map hasn't changed much. We have the trees here that are different. Also the mountain, it seems to have more snow than usual, but other than that, there weren't many changes. He said in the chat, the lights changed. So, that really changed. Guys, now in the game, we have several lights around the game, which really looks very beautiful. I think it might look even more beautiful at night. So guys, I'm going down here, and I'm going to make it night in the game, and you can see that it really looks much more beautiful, because you can see all the lights on here in Roblox. But now I'm coming here to the front, and you can see that several stores have changed. This one has Christmas decorations, this one too, and the market also has decorations, like this thing here. We have this other Christmas tree here, and also this restaurant. But guys, I really want to see how this restaurant looks. So guys, my friend took this car, so let's go, because I want to see this. So for that, I made it daytime to see this better. You can see that the restaurant looks exactly like this. And for those of you who don't know, it used to be in the game, but it was completely removed. And for those of you who don't know what it used to be like, it was exactly like this. You can see that in the older version of Brookhaven, it was very simple, but it was really cool. There were many things you could order, and it was very complete. But now it's back, and it's much more beautiful and complete. We have the restaurant here, and a lot of things you can get, drinks, and much more. Guys, here I can grab the snack, and also this one. And we have a lot of cool things here. There's this window, and I can also click this button, and the window just opens. Guys, this is really cool. He said in the chat, wait, I'll go there. Guys, it looks like he's going back here to test how the restaurant works. He's coming exactly here. And guys, you can see that he has to stand right in this spot to grab the snack. So I can grab the snack here and just deliver it to him, and he took it. And now he's leaving, so I'll close this part. But guys, I noticed that right here we have a sign that shows all the things you can order. We have hamburgers, drinks, and much more, which is really interesting. But my friend, he's going back there to see what happens if he presses this button. You can see that it turned green. Now we have a picture of him. But guys, there are a lot of cool things here. We have this frying pan that you can activate here. And we also have fries here, and I can even stir them. We have secret animations that I'm sure you've never seen before. But we also have this part, which is really interesting, where you make the hamburger. Here we have the computer, and you can click this button to change the text here. But going back here, we have some interesting things. Here we have the person who takes care of the restaurant. It's like the restaurant's manager. But going back here, I can click this button, and we have my photo here. You can also turn off the lights. And guys, coming here in the back, there's this bathroom, which is just a regular bathroom. But guys, coming out here, we have the upstairs of the restaurant, which isn't anything special. But guys, it's much better than before, because for those of you who don't know what it was like before, it was exactly like this, just very ugly. This store was much simpler, and also much uglier than this new one that was added to the game. This one is much prettier, and it's also Christmas themed. So maybe once Christmas is over, it will be very different. I think it will be red, and it will be really beautiful too. But guys, I want to see what else has changed in the game, because for sure there are many more things that changed that I haven't noticed yet. You can see that several stores have changed. This one has a different decoration. It's even crooked. Even the skate park has a decoration, and also the signs are completely different. A lot has really changed. He said in the chat, wait, let's see the houses. True, the houses have definitely changed a lot. So I'm going to pick a house here, and here on the right, you can see that the houses seem normal. If I pick any house here, it might have Christmas decorations, and you can see that it does. There are lots of Christmas decorations, and it looks really interesting. We have presents here, also a Christmas tree, which looks really beautiful. Now that was my friend. He's going to pick a house too, and I'll pick another house. I'm going to pick this one on the right because I want to see the decorations of the houses. This house is exactly like this. It's really beautiful, and this one is exactly like this. There's even a Christmas tree here, and this house, I think, also has one, which is exactly this one. It's really beautiful, but here on the right, we have the props, and from top to bottom, these are Christmas ones, so I can place the Christmas tree wherever I want. But guys, coming here to the front, we have the mansions, and you can see that the mansions were also modified. He said in the chat, you accidentally deleted the car. I really deleted it by mistake. But guys, my car is back. But now you can see that this house is much more beautiful. We have these suites here, and it's very different from last year, because last year's Christmas was very different, but now it's much more beautiful. We have these stockings here, and also many decorations, and even this boat. It's been modified. But guys, I'm going to pick another house. This time it's going to be the prison. Does the prison have Christmas decorations? It would be kind of weird if it did, but you can see that the prison is exactly like this. There are some Christmas decorations, and it actually looks very nice. We have a Christmas tree here in the middle of the prison, and he said in the chat, it's kind of weird. Christmas in prison, it really is weird. But guys, I'm going to get my car because I want to keep seeing what else has changed in the update. But before, I'm looking at this house, and a lot has really changed. This one is the most beautiful house I've seen so far. Because of these lights, we also have these trees here. Guys, it's really beautiful. Now I'm going to pick this house on the right, and you can see that the house looks exactly like like this. We have these things here that were added, and also this Christmas tree, but it's very simple. My friend picked this house, which for those of you who don't know, is a new house in the game. We also have very beautiful decorations. All the houses have Christmas decorations, literally every house. The hotel is also modified. There are a lot of interesting things here. This house he picked is also very interesting. Guys, the biggest change in this update is definitely the houses. You can see that the military base is exactly like this. It hasn't changed at all. It doesn't even have a Christmas tree. Guys, he picked this house here, which is also very beautiful, but not much has changed. This mansion is very beautiful. It has lots of nice decorations, but not much has changed. Now he picked this house, which has some very strange decorations, but I don't think there's a Christmas tree. Actually, there is. Exactly in this part, we have the Christmas tree, which looks really beautiful. Now we have the president's house, which has also changed a little. He said in the chat, wait, look at this house. Okay, he picked this house, which is a completely abandoned house, and you can see that this house has very strange decorations because the trees are exactly like this. This house is really scary, he said in the chat. How bizarre. True, it's really strange. This house is completely creepy. But guys, going down here, I want to see if anything changed, and it looks like it didn't. Nothing changed, and there's no Christmas tree. It's a kind of weird house, but I just picked this new mansion, and you can see that this mansion changed a little. Not much, but it did change, right? He said in the chat, hey, let's see the apartments, the hotel. So let's go. Guys, I have to check this out because I'm sure something changed in the apartments and also in the hotel. So I'm getting here, and guys, I'm going to pick this house just to see what else changed, but it looks like nothing changed. We don't have the Christmas tree here, which is very sad, but now I'm coming here to see the apartments. Alright, I've arrived here. I'll have to go up, and I'm going to pick this apartment on the right. Actually, this one, and my friend, he picked this one, and guys, you can see that this apartment changed a lot. There are a lot of interesting things, and my friend picked this one, which only has a Christmas tree. It really hasn't changed at all, but I just picked this apartment, which also had some modifications, but this one is definitely the best of all. It's my favorite apartment, and I want to see if anything changed. You can see there were some modifications. Even here, I can grab the presents. We have sweets, and also a lot of interesting things, but now I'm leaving here because I want to see other things that changed in the map that I haven't noticed yet. My friend, he's coming here, but guys, I think the hospital also changed. You can see that there are some things here, really very interesting. The school also definitely changed. You can see that it's exactly like this, but there's no Christmas tree. I thought there would be a Christmas tree, but there isn't, and it's really sad. But guys, the campsite, it also changed, and it had some modifications. Okay, I'm coming here to see what changed because it's really interesting. Guys, I'm arriving here, and you can see that we have a lot of Christmas decorations, he said in the chat. Wait, did you see the subways? No, actually, I didn't see. Guys, I'm coming here to the front to see what else changed, but you can see that the subways are exactly like this. Really interesting. We have these trees here, and I think I'll grab one and travel to see the other subways, because for those of you who don't know, coming exactly here, it's possible to travel here in the game. Just choose the destination I want to go to down here. I'm just going to be teleported. Now I'm exactly here, and guys, you can see that this decoration is very simple, meaning each subway has a different decoration. I'm coming here to another one, and you can see that this one looks exactly like this. Now I've arrived at another one that's very simple, meaning each subway has a difference, which is very interesting. But now I'm going up here, and guys, I'm coming back here from the restaurant because I want to see the secrets in the restaurant that you might not have noticed, because it's huge, and it definitely has some secret, maybe hidden somewhere in the restaurant. But I'm coming inside, and it seems that there are no secrets, but this cup is glitched because the soda falls, but there's no cup underneath. So, I think this block was supposed to be a cup, but by mistake, the owner of Brookhaven forgot and didn't place it. He said in the chat, maybe this is really true. I think it's true. It's exactly here. I just grabbed this item, and I'm going to give it to him. Perfect. Now he's going to eat the snack here, but I can also interact with this part, and I didn't know about that. I knew you could interact there, but I didn't know about this part. It's very interesting. Unfortunately, I can't do secret animations. Basically, there aren't any, but I'm leaving here, and you can see that even the airport was modified. We have Christmas decorations here, but there are few decorations. There weren't many, but I'm looking here at the houses. I want to pick the weirdest house in Brookhaven. Okay, I just picked this house, and you can see that even this house has some decorations, and it's really beautiful. But the problem is that this house is crooked, and it looks like the decorations are also crooked. You can tell this by the Christmas tree, which is simply crooked. But now, my friend, he picked this house to see if it really has decorations, and you can see that it doesn't. There are no decorations. Luckily, there's nothing except for these things. But I'm going to pick another house in Brookhaven. This house also has decorations, and it's actually pretty nice. It's a recent house in Brookhaven, added recently, and my friend, he picked this house that changed a lot. We have these sweets here, which weren't in the game before, but we have a Christmas tree, which is a little strange because this house is a Halloween house, and it has some scary things, because in this house, we have coffins. It's a Halloween house, but now it's themed for Christmas, which is really strange, but it turned out pretty cool. But now I'm going to pick a house on the beach, right here, because I want to see if the beach had any modifications, but you can see that it didn't. The beach didn't change at all. The island is exactly the same, but the house is really beautiful and bright. For those who don't know, Brookhaven has finally been updated and a lot of new stuff has been released. But today, I want to check out all the secrets that were added to Brookhaven, which I'm sure you didn't notice. I'm going to show you all the secrets that came with the Brookhaven update. So for that, I called my friend, who was literally flying in the middle of nowhere. He said in the chat, "Let's do this. I'm Santa Claus." I noticed he's using his Santa Claus avatar. But guys, I'm heading out because I want to see all the secrets added to Brookhaven. But we're going to start with the houses in the game because, for those who don't know, these houses have a very interesting secret. By going right here, I can get a house. And if I pick this house on the right, it will be Christmas themed. We have these decorations and also this Christmas tree. This applies basically to all the houses in the game. There are several houses showing up here, and if you look at them, they're all decorated for Christmas, literally all of them. And they look really beautiful. But there are some specific houses that have secrets I'm sure you've never seen before. This is the first house because, basically, the tree looks really strange. It's like a Christmas decoration, but with a horror theme. It's a unique decoration that no other Brookhaven houses have, and it turned out quite interesting. There's also another house in the game that, for those who don't know, is a very old castle. It's really old, so because of that, if I go inside, you can see there's a Christmas tree without lights. After all, back then, they couldn't add those things, so the tree doesn't shine. It's just a regular tree. I'm sure you didn't know that, but there's another very interesting secret. For those who don't know, there's another completely secret house in the game, and I'm sure you didn't notice that it was modified. Specifically, it's this house. For those who don't know, this house is very different now, and there's something very interesting inside. If I go here, you can see there's something new in the back. There's a new button, and for those who don't know, this button didn't exist before. It was added recently, and you can see that this is basically Santa's shop. We have candy, toys, and much more, everything that's for sale in Santa's shop. There's even this thing that I don't know what it is. There's this area, and going to the back, you can see there's nothing special, but it's a really interesting house, and I'm sure you hadn't noticed this before. He said in the chat, "Wait, come here, I think this is bugged." But guys, when he got to this part, you can see there are some really weird boxes here. He says in the chat, "I think these were supposed to be presents, but they forgot to change them." Guys, that's true. These boxes look really strange. I think these were supposed to be presents, but the creator of Brookhaven forgot to replace them, so they ended up looking weird. But guys, this isn't the only secret added to Brookhaven. There's actually a lot more, and I'm going to check them out now. But first, I need to find my car in the game because, for those who don't know, I hid my car. I'm heading forward to get it. It's right here in the secret garage. If I go to this garage and press this button, the secret garage will open, and my car is here. Now I'm going to take it to check out the next secret in the game. I'll need to go to the school. Now guys, I'll have to go to the back, and for those who don't know, there's a secret passage here that you've never seen before. My friend came here and just went inside. But for those who don't know, what we have here is basically this secret message. He said in the chat, "Wow, I didn't know about this." So it's really something very secret, and I'm sure you've never seen it before. Guys, by touching here, I'll be teleported to this area. There's a message written by the game creator, and you can see it from the beginning of the game, right above this Christmas tree. Guys, this is really interesting and very beautiful, and I'm sure you've never seen this secret before because it's very well hidden. I don't know if the game is going to kick me out of here. I really don't, but I'll grab this item on the right. Unfortunately, I fell. Guys, I fell from there. But my friend came back, and you can see that he's right here. But guys, he got a car, and his car is literally flying. Guys, as soon as this present leaves, I'm sure it's going to fall to the ground. There, it fell, and this is a really cool bug you can do. For those who don't know, inside the tree, we have the old fountain. It hasn't been removed from Brookhaven. It's been here the whole time. He said in the chat, "Go get my car. I'm going to test the secret." Guys, he's going to have to go, because I basically want to see what happens if I press this button. And nothing happens, nothing special at all. But for those who don't know, by going down here, I have to press this button, and now I'll have to go inside. And here, for those who don't know, we have a secret passage. And you can see there's nothing here. I thought there might be a secret, but it seems there isn't. But it looks like my friend is coming back to pick me up in the game. Look, I'm right here. But guys, I want to test this secret again, but this time in a different way. I said in the chat, grab a motorcycle. Guys, he's going to get a motorcycle in the game, and now I'll try to go to that present using the motorcycle to see if I can do it. I'll have to go here, and now I'll enter this secret passage. But I couldn't. It's simply impossible. Guys, I think it's not possible to get in here, especially because he's trying, and he can't do it either. Guys, if I try to get a motorcycle here, I can't. It's simply impossible. He said in the chat, I don't think it's going to work, but I'm sure it will. I'm going to try this again until I can do this bug. Over here on the right, I need to get a motorcycle, the best one. So I picked this one. Now guys, I'm going to drive very carefully to make it work. I'm entering here, and now I'll need to go through the wall, but it doesn't work. So I'll try another way, like this, but that doesn't work either. My friend grabbed a ladder and is trying to help me. Guys, I'm almost getting in, but it's really hard. He's trying to help me, and he's actually helping a lot. I'm almost in, guys. It's really working, and I finally made it inside. Now I'm going to try touching this part to see if I get teleported. Okay, I'm here, and guys, nothing happened. It seems like it doesn't work because I'm touching this panel, but nothing happens. But if my friend leaves here, he gets teleported, and now he's on this flying present in the middle of nowhere. Guys, he placed a toilet there, and now he's just floating in the middle of nowhere, even if the present gets deleted. completed. Honestly, that was pretty clever. And now he's flying in the middle of nowhere. But guys, unfortunately, I can't teleport, so I'm going to try another way. If I can't teleport with the motorcycle one way, I'll test it another way, which I'm sure will work. Guys, to do this, I need to go here and get on the motorcycle while touching the panel at the same time. So I'm going here, but it didn't work. Guys, this is really hard, almost impossible to pull off. But I'm trying again, and it still didn't work. I think it's not possible to do this. He said in the chat, it's impossible. And I think so too. But guys, I want to test other secrets. So I got my car, and now I'm going to test other Brookhaven secrets. For those who don't know, by going right here, there's a new thing added to the game. Because going up here, for those who don't know, this door was completely removed. For those who don't know, there used to be a store here, but now it's completely empty. This area looks normal. The gym is also normal, and the TV channel is normal too, only this part looks really weird. He said in the chat, what was removed? So, there was a store here, but I also don't remember what exactly was removed. For those who don't know, the previous version of Brookhaven was like this. It didn't have the new restaurant, but going to the shopping mall, you can see that this restaurant was here. It looked exactly like this, but now it's been completely removed. And the coolest part is that it had a secret, which I'm not sure is still in the game. But if I go here, I can see the secret is still here. There's also this other trick. I can grab the bed on the right and just go through the wall to find a completely secret room. My friend also got here, but I can go through another wall to reach another secret room. But actually, I'm down here now. I don't know what happened or how I got here, but my friend came too. Guys, I'm leaving here to see what else has changed in the game, because I'm sure more things have been updated. He got here. I noticed that the abandoned house had some modifications. There's this lamp here, but I'm unsure if it's new. Maybe it's been in the game before, and I just didn't notice. This is the old version of Brookhaven, and you can see that the house looked exactly like this. And now it's in this state. Actually, nothing has changed, but in an older version of Brookhaven, you could see it was exactly like this. This house was really beautiful. It wasn't destroyed. It was just recently destroyed. He said in the chat, show the restaurant from back then. Guys, that's true. For those who don't know, this Brookhaven restaurant isn't new. In fact, it has an older version, which was completely different. But well, I'm coming here to see the older version of the restaurant. Nowadays, it looks exactly like this. But in the older version, it looked like this. It was really ugly. This restaurant wasn't very nice, and no one used it. But in the older version of Brookhaven, the restaurant looked exactly like this. It was pretty classic, and honestly, this new version is much prettier than the old one. You can see that this one was very different. It was really beautiful, and also, the inside of the restaurant looked exactly like this, which was really cool. And now it's been remade, and it turned out so much better. This is the new version of the restaurant, which is really amazing. There are some things that were supposed to be added in the update, but got removed. And the coolest part is that I have access to all these things that were removed. He asked in the chat, how? So, for those who don't know, I have access to the older version of Brookhaven, which had a lot of things that were different, like many streets that were removed. But coming here under the map, we have the Christmas decorations, and everything here, guys, is currently in Brookhaven decorations from a long time ago. But for those who don't know, there was also this thing that got removed in the Brookhaven update, and if it had been added to the game, it would have looked exactly like this. You can see that it looks really beautiful, and it turned out really nice this way. But unfortunately, the game owner didn't add it. You can tell that basically, they didn't add anything. I thought maybe they would decorate and add something to this bridge, but it looks like they didn't. But if they had added something, it would have looked exactly like this, and this other side would look like this. But there were also other things removed from Brookhaven. For those who don't know, if you come to the city hall, it looks exactly like this. And coming here to the last Christmas update of Brookhaven, you can see that the city hall had a tree that was really weird. But this tree was removed in the current version of the game, and this part was also very different. Guys, a lot of things were different in the last update. The restaurant decoration looked exactly like this. It was really weird. This new restaurant is definitely much better. It looks more beautiful. However, there's one thing missing in it. There's no ladder for me to climb up here. But for those who don't know, on the right, there are these things where you can add effects around the city. But there are some places that are really bugged, like the restaurant. It's really weird. It's completely bugged. You can tell this part is also bugged because it was made for the last Brookhaven update, but the game owner changed the map, and many places are completely bugged and look very strange. You can see that there are really a lot of places that are bugged, specifically the ones that changed recently. We have a block in the middle of nowhere. Guys, this is really weird. Everything here is so different. This place is completely bugged. But if I grab another effect on the right, you can see that it's showing up here. The map is starting to be modified, but there will be places that will be completely bugged. This military base is completely bugged. It's really strange. This applies to all the effects in Brookhaven. If I grab any effect on the right, there's a high chance it will be bugged. He said in the chat, he really forgot to fix these bugs. So, he really did forget. Guys, you can see that this is really weird because there are blocks flying in the middle of nowhere, and even the Christmas tree is a little bugged. This place is also pretty strange because the roof changed, but it's still a little bugged. But guys, I want to show you other secrets that were added and that you probably didn't notice. I said in the chat, get a truck. Guys, he's going to get a truck, and now that he got the truck, he's going to have to open this door. Because, for those who don't know, now that he did that, I can grab Santa's sleigh, and I can make the truck fly. Guys, it's really easy. You just have to get into the truck and basically fly. I'm going here, and now you can see that the truck is flying in a very different way. And guys, I can take it wherever I want. If I want to take it to the end of the game, I can go wherever I want. He said in the chat, wait for me, and it seems like he didn't come. But guys, I'm going to leave this truck right here, but it seems like we have an invisible wall here, so I'm going to have to get through it. I'm flying here trying to pass through this invisible wall, and it looks like I made it. Now I'm going to leave this truck right here on this pier just to see what happens, but it didn't work. It's completely bugged, and it just fell. Guys, there's just one problem. I don't know how I'm going to tell him that I lost his truck. I'm sure he's going to be really mad. Guys, he's arriving here, and he said in the chat, where's my truck? Well, it disappeared. I said in the chat, it disappeared. He said in the chat, okay, I'll get another one. Well, that makes sense. I had forgotten that he can get another truck in the game, so now everything is fine. And guys, if you want to add me here on Roblox, just click the Become a Member button, and I'll add you here on Roblox.